So I'm going to answer one of the most asked questions that I get on my page. What machine do I use to make Italian ice? That's number two compared to the question of what's your recipe? How do you make Italian ice? And we're going to get to that in another video. So like and subscribe because the videos are going to keep coming on how to make Italian ice and how to start your small business. So let's cover the fact that you don't have to make your own Italian ice. You can wholesale. You can go to Restaurant Depot where they sell the Philadelphia Water Ice brand. So just remember that diving into making your own ice is an expensive endeavor. So if you're still interested, let's go. So you're going to type in batch freezer. I always go to Facebook Marketplace first because as a new entrepreneur, only 2.5 years in, I try to save money where I can. So you type in batch freezer, BATCH, freezer, like a batch of cookies. So wow, you end up bumping into what this is at Emery Thompson. This is the top of the line. But even a used version of the Emery Thompson is going to cost you anywhere between probably 10 to 13,000. Yeah, it's a definitely an investment, but a worthy investment if you can afford to spend the extra money. As a new entrepreneur, that is not something that I was willing to do. Then you have a brand like Carpigiani, has been around forever. I believe it's an Italian-based company. Great. Once again, the price is going to run you 10 grand or better. We have this one, for instance. This is another Carpigiani, but it's a top-loading. They call it a gelato freezer, but you can also make ice in it, ice cream, sorbets. Even this one used, and it's an older model. This is still going to run you $7,000 used. So all of these things are investments. Now, if you're looking to compare the American brand, which is Emery Thompson, versus the international brands, which are Carpigiani, we have the Chinese brands. Um, there's going to be a huge price difference, but a lot of the times it's not necessarily a quality difference. There are some good quality Chinese machines. You just have to do your research. Um, this is another Carpigiani used that's running $4,500, and this actually is one of the ones with the plastic front, and I don't recommend getting one of those because those pieces can wear out quickly. Same thing as this. I believe this is it looks like the cousin to the brand of Colice, another off-brand. This looks like one of the off-brand Chinese brands. um if you ever buy one of those, you have to really be careful because you don't know if you can get parts for them. This is a plastic front-loaded part, but it does have a metal auger in it. um you just really have to do your research. It's honestly a hard game out here unless you're willing to put that deep investment. That's why a lot of people just buy wholesale icy, because it's a deep investment. So we'll go to Vevor. Vevor is a very I've gotten a lot of questions about Vevor because of their price point. I actually have had the 2000-watt version to this machine, and it lasted me 2 months. When I called for customer service for help, they told me they don't sell parts, they don't service the machines, and I would have to call an HVAC tech to come out and help me with the issue. I never did. I honestly, it's just in my basement, sitting like a brick. I ended up going with another company, um, bought some bigger machines, bigger quantities, because I needed to go that direction anyway. So maybe everything happens for a reason. Um, like I said, I'm showing you Vevor because it's a very common question because it pops up as soon as you search for a batch freezer, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't want you guys to waste your money. We all work hard for our money. Um, the economy is crazy right now, so nobody can afford to lose extra money, especially this amount of money on machines. I also like to check Amazon. So the reason I check Amazon is because most of the time you can get reviews. You can read every review, every word, and literally find out what you're getting yourself into. So this machine right here is actually damn near identical to the one that I got, my first machine ever, 2.5 years ago. It worked great for me for 6 months. It wasn't this brand, but the same build. Um, it worked great for 6 months. Then the compressor died. But honestly, I abused that machine. I was pushing out way too much product, out of that little machine, and it was probably partially my fault. But nonetheless, it was a $700 investment, and I made my money back 5 times that. So No big deal. So then I've never heard of this brand, but that's a batch freezer also. But you see, the prices are still going to range from anywhere from two to high fives, even on the Chinese brands. Now, realistically, if you wanted to make ice for personal preference, for personal use, you can use a regular ice machine like the one I just showed you. It's just going to have low quantities. As you can see, this has been purchased by me before, so um yeah, that's a piece of crap. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But like I said, if you have to, just remember to read every review, good and bad. If you can buy the warranty through Amazon, do that. I would never buy directly through Vevor, at least not for a shaved ice machine. I mean, a batch freezer. Um, I do have a concession window from them and a shelf from them, but those are not high priced items, and the odds of them breaking are way less than a big batch freezer, which I paid an arm and a leg for. So there are other brands on Amazon. There's Colice, there's that one called Mickle, there's Vevor. Off of there, there's Colice. I mean, there's Carpigiani, there's Stoling, there's Emery Thompson. Do your research. If you have questions, feel free and ask me questions. Um, drop a comment here. You can slide you can definitely drop a comment on my TikTok as well. And ask any questions you have before you make that financial commitment. I have no problem answering questions. I want you guys to make smart moves because no one helped me when I started this business. So I just want to share the knowledge with you guys. See you soon.